Alright, all I know is that maybe, just maybe, we're currently exporting or recording to the right folder. Hello everybody. Let me just quickly reopen the doc for the chat, if that works. Hopefully that works. Let me just do a quick test. Does it work? Yeah, well, I mean, the chat's showing up. My messages didn't. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna have to open the stream in a separate window and hope that it's actually showing up there and the chat's gonna be showing up there, okay? Right. Porting process. Still in the middle of porting all this stuff. Last thing I was porting was the radio. What is it? The power fuse box. Yeah, this thing's taken a little while. I modified the handle to be a separate object. We lost the animation for it, and this was me kind of trailing up to the point where I needed to make sure that the animation for the tower wasn't completely shagged. Hopefully it isn't. Let's see. I'm just gonna open up the stream so that the chat is visible. And perfect. All right. We're gonna work with this as long as we don't hear ourselves. Doesn't look like we are. Perfect. Okay. So before we had the fuse box, we had it set up as OBJ files. Now I have a GLTF file. We're gonna have to revamp this thing to work with GLTF instead. We have the body. We have the hinge lid, which also has the body. There we go. I'm just gonna click editable this, and this has to be as a part of the lid. This is the, why is it lid 01? Hello? This is handle. Godot export. What a title. Yeah, it's porting process. It's GLTFs. So GLTFs allow you to keep the objects separate. Like for example, I have a handle here that I want to animate opening, and I'm going to be animating in Godot. Well, you know, if I export this whole thing, then everything is just one single mesh. But with GLTFs, you have the ability to keep your objects separate and also parented. And then when you export them to Godot, they maintain their hierarchy, right? So you see now handles here, and then when I move this, this moves as a separate object. I can move the handle in local axis. There we go. So everything is still separate. That's the benefit of GLTFs. You can also make levels and export them as GLTFs. And that, of course, means that every separate object is a separate mesh, and you can just generate the collisions on a per room, per hallway, you know, like you're not gonna have, if you have one big OBJ for one big level, it's not one giant obscene collision shape. So that's what it is. Okay, now we need to open and close this thing. We have a reset animation, which is utterly shagged. We have the lid. This thing used to animate this, but I think I'm gonna have to animate the lid itself now. Use Bezier curves. Don't need this. Open. Don't need this. Play open sound. We're gonna have to move that to a different node. Okay, so let's do this. This has to open, and then I'm just gonna have it swing this way. Yeah, allows separation of benefit of a single file. Yes, it also allows you to do this trick. If you give the mesh the name with the -call extension, it will automatically generate a collision shape when you import it. So you can literally design your level in Blender if you wanted to. Like I design some of the locations in Blender, and when you import it into Godot, it just has collisions already on everything that has the dash call extension on it. You can also do dash call only, which doesn't keep the mesh, but keeps the collision that it generates. So yeah, lots of cool stuff. Okay. I want to... I'm going to take this, record, yep, and then this is going to swing like this. Okay. Nice. And then close. We're going to get rid of close. I'll play close sound. Yeah, that's, you know what? No, that's fine. Here's what we're going to do. Go to open, copy tracks, everything, except for the method calls. And then go to close, paste tracks, and then just play the sucker in reverse. I have a sneaking suspicion that I might have animated the radio tower in Godot, which means that we will lose that animation, unfortunately. Whew. Which is, to be honest, it makes for a very very compelling case to never animate stuff in Godot. It's kind of annoying, to be honest. Okay, so let's save it up. Open. We're gonna play. Here we go, and we go close. Nice. Okay, now this interaction, we have the static body here, and physics process animation is playing. Oh, right. The way we interact with it is that we toggle it? I guess the, interesting. I guess this is before we standardized our interaction. All right, well, fair enough. See if it works. Okay. Ah, okay. We have become Bill. The valid side amount. Oh, right. These nodes are located in different places now. Battery meter, and then battery meter 2, battery meter 2. Oh, what about this stuff? Power fuse box sound effects. Well, this is not located here. Oh, no, it's a direct child, so that's perfectly fine. Oh. Play sound effect. Power fuse box lid. This is power fuse box itself. There we go. Battery insert. Battery insert is right here. Yes. Okay. Give that a test. Please work. Okay, we didn't crash. Radio... What is it? I think we're doing... What is it? The radio Ruined Chapel. No, where is it? Relay station. Okay. Hey, that works. And then we can close it. Doesn't play the sound, though. Also, we have this lovely concoction of messages. Cam process. This material contains shader path. Shader with path. Uses an old depreciated parameter names. Consider resaving. Hey, well, thank you for taking me to the place where the error is occurring, or the warning. Shader param dirt amount. Well, consider resaving this resource. Oh, resaving this resource? Hold on a sec. I guess we need to take that dirt overlay shader. Screen effects. Save. Okay. Well, I resaved it. Is it gonna still complain? Oh, yep. Still complains. Okay, well, consider resaving this resource or scene which contains it in order to continue working in future versions. Lucky! Hello! Why are you being such a bitch? I'm not talking about you, Lucky. I'm talking about the shader. Okay, let's copy. And... okay, we got all these shader parameters. Oh, man. Okay, that's fine. Copy. New shader material. Paste. Okay, well, they didn't keep any of these, but that's okay. We're going to do viewport texture. Not local to scene. Fine. Viewport texture. This is distortion. And then dirt noise. Okay, we got to actually set up the noise texture here. Okay. All right. Give me 1 sec. We got noise coming in. I considered it, and to be honest, it would just be the same amount of work. I gotta reapply all the materials. I gotta fix up all the codes. It's pretty much... we're pretty much already there. Okay, so you know what? It's complaining about it, so it's nothing to do with resaving a resource, counterpoint to what it's saying. I think it's just the way we're addressing that parameter. Shader, oh, parameter. Parameter. Shader parameters Godot 3 version. All right, let's do find in files. Ooh, okay. Seems like we use this quite a lot. Oh, actually, no. This is Zillion terrain. That we are not touching. Oh boy. A lot of it is Zillion terrain. All right, let's just scroll down. You know what? Find in files. Please exclude the... there we go. Ah. Well. Solid control panel. Eh, that should be fine. And then here, parameter. And then the rest of it is all parameters. Alrighty. Well, it's not an ever-growing list of errors, so I'd say that's pretty damn good. Okay, now we need to be confronted by the dreadful, terrible potential truth, and it's the fact that we may or may not have lost the animation for the relay tower. And if we lost the animation for the relay tower, that would just suck. Okay, so here we have offline. Oh yeah, we also need to deal with the padded pixels on the left side of the shader. Nice. Okay. Shader's not working. Yep. Yep. Aw, man. Man. Fuck you. You know what? Whoever's responsible for putting the porting process, how difficult was it to implement a proper animation player frame copying? Was it really that difficult? Okay. Well, I guess I'm not animating stuff in Godot Animation Player for the fear of losing the animations. Man. Fuck's sakes. Okay. Well, I'll just add that to the list of frustrations. Okay. Let me just double check something. Okay, if I copy tracks here, copy, or I guess we do unfold. If I copy tracks and then open a notepad and paste it in, it just gives me a diddly squat. Here we can edit animations. So what if I do this? I don't know if this will work, but what if I export the animation as a resource in Godot 3 and then move it over to Godot 4? Fix battery box. Okay. All right, so we're gonna see about maybe making a branch from fix some textures, merge, restore tree, port to 4. So the last thing that I did was this. I create a branch, fetching radio anims. We're going to create a branch, open it up in 3, save the resource, and then import it into 4. And if it works, then it works. If not, well, there'll be a lesson. A lesson for me to not trust the animation player. Okay, so that's good. So we should be able to open this now in 3. Yes, okay. Okay, unable to load out on, that's fine. Just gonna wait for this to load. Okay. Okay. Kind of wish we didn't have to wait for this, but all right. Let's hope it's salvageable. Yeah, dude. That's oof. Not a good look. Not a flipping good look. Oh, excuse me. I left click by accident. Okay. Didn't like that so much. Whew. God, it's gotta like import every single texture. Let's hope it works. Now that I think about it, maybe I started the stream a little prematurely because I'm gonna have to step away in a few minutes. Come on, Godot, you can do it. I know that it's processing. I know that it's working and it's in the background and it's doing its thing. But I'm so tempted to crash it. Let's start again. Come on. Oh man. Ronok. Good day. I might just copy the object. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I might just try copying the object. I just want the frames. I can restore the references to all the nodes. I just want the damn frames. I might just delete the folder with the textures. Just because of how long this has taken. Because I don't think we need to wait for every single texture to get imported. Sure wish there was a way to skip this process. Okay, let's try that again. Go here. Dreadtail. Dreadtail. Engine. Oh boy. Okay. Well, we have Git. We can always get it back. Okay. Objects, we can work with that. Every damn 2K texture takes like forever to get imported. I got another 40 sales on Artec Rice, and then immediately like 40 refunds, and they all came from China. So my speculation is that a bunch of people are just like buying, downloading the game fast, and immediately refunding it. Because it says 0 playtime. Steam should make it a requirement that the game should be opened for at least like an hour. At least in certain regions. And give it as an option to developers, so if somebody doesn't agree, they don't have to use it. Okay. We're gonna close. We don't need this. Radio relay TSCN. Okay, yep, that's fine. Don't care about the textures. Okay, there's the animations. Unfold. It's all here. It's all here. It's within grasp. I can feel it. Sometimes the game not runs, especially when you're a Mac user. That is true. That is true. But all 41 and all coming from China? That's a little sketchy. Also, you can't get my game if you're on the Mac because there's no Mac repo for it or depot. So like you have to be like talented to be able to buy it if you're on the Mac. Okay, let's save as location. Okay, this is radio relay animations. I'm just going to save it to here. Okay. There's no animation manager here. Open an inspector. Animation, loop length. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so we did it. We exported. That's as much as we can really do. I'm going to take this. Ooh, here we go. Okay. So, radio relay animations. Copy this. Pop it in here. Now, away with you. At what percentage does the title resemble the mental state? It's a pretty accurate representation. Okay, and now we switch back to main. No, you can leave changes in here. Alrighty. See if this works. Yes. Something happened to the height of the player too. Had to fix up some numbers. Either everything got larger or the player got like significantly smaller. And the thing is, I adjust the height of the collision shape in the code. So the code was making the player 2.2 meters, which, you know, I wasn't using a standard human height when I started the project. And for some reason it just shrank. 2.2 meters don't mean the same thing in Godot 4, apparently. Player is smaller, pretty much. Had to adjust the camera height, had to adjust the collision shape height. So now we're going up until like 3 meters, I think. It's a giant, giant ass man. Okay. I'm sincerely hoping we're not stuck here either. Just gonna mess around until Git does its thing. Hopefully it does its thing. Nope. Still going. I think I might have hung, to be honest. Calm down there, sir. Okay. I think I should have reduced the resolution. Concrete, rubble, and metal. Yeah. Okay, apply transforms. Remove. And now we got some rubble. Look at that. Nice rubble asset. I think we should have done decimate beforehand, but I'm gonna see what this looks like. 2000 verts. Sure. Here's the low LOD version of that. All right. Here we go. Sure. Convert to mesh. Hey, there we go. Okay. The animation or the new project is fetched. We're just gonna save this real quick. Assets, models. I guess this would be props, exterior, or rubble generic, technically. Rubble concrete. I can hide a bunch of Dimitar's rebar pieces in here. All sorts of stuff to give it more pizzazz. Alright, red tail. Do style of the animation. Yeah, it is right here. Engine. Guess we'll just paste it in here for the time being. Root folder. Zillion scatter plugin is complaining, even though I removed it. That's lovely. Okay. Come on, Godot. Okay. Okay, this is an experiment. Let's see. Okay, what's happening? We're gonna load this or no? Oh. Terminal PC ORM PNG. Whoops. Oh no, we're backtracking now. Skeleton head. Skeleton head? Must be new. Okay, I don't know why you need to hash all the files. Oh, because the .godot folder, of course. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Importing scenes. Making progress. So this is the most fascinating live stream that's ever been. I think there's live streams of literal paint drying that have more viewership than this. Okay. Come on now. Please, Daddy, gimme. Gimme. Let's see if the animation's actually importable. It is a TRS file. I don't know if they would change much. To be honest, I can work even with like some of the animation being reclaimed. Okay. Radio, relay, tower, TSCN. All right, moment of truth. Whoa. Okay. Right, so we are going to animation, manage animations. I think we do load library, relay animations. Ah, Invalid animation library file. Well, that sucks. Unless I can take a look at... Hold on a second. Can I save it and take a look at what the structure is? Maybe we can, like, recreate the structure. Duplicate, manage animations. Can we not save this resource? No, yeah, we can. Save. Save as. And then current anima structure. All right, let's take a look at this. So, okay, that's the relay, and then current anima structure. Okay, I don't think that's happening. So at some point, Godot developers decided, hey, you know that cool thing that we do where all of our resources are human legible? Yeah, let's not do that anymore. Well, I think that's the final nail in the coffin. I don't think I'll be able to just figure it out. Yeah, looks like gobbledygook. Well, that sucks. This was a really nice animation. I might have to take an old video of the relay station rising up and opening up. And this time I'm going to animate in Blender because hell no. I mean, in hindsight, maybe now we should be safe from losing animations because we're on Godot 4. There's no such thing as Godot 5. It cannot hurt me. But yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, I gotta take a break. I gotta get some stuff done. So I'll keep the stream running. I'll come back in 15, 20-ish, maybe, hopefully, if I don't take too long. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can do something. I don't think I'm gonna redo the animation in the stream because there's too much stuff that already needs to be done. All right, break time. Break time. Quick break time, my ass. God damn, that took forever. You know, sometimes you think, oh yeah, that chore will take us 15 minutes. All right, let's just start a new recording. Hey, there we go. Iron. Good day. So, we have failed to retrieve the animation. It is gone forever. I'm gonna have to animate a new one. Okay. I mean, if you've seen me do one, you'll see me do this one. It's all the same process. Let's see about fixing up some other stuff. Oh yeah, let's fix up the terminal. The terminal don't work. I think we should be able to do what? This issue is GitHub regarding conversion of animations. Apparently the animation is still in the file. I mean, if it is, cool, but that's not really useful if it's not, you know, showing up. That's just unfortunate. Okay. So, let's see why this terminal is not showing up. Okay, terminal PC. Which one is this? It's not this one. Hmm. It's also not this one. Okay. You can fix it by editing the file. I tried opening the file. The file, unless you're talking about the animation. What? Which file? The scene file? Okay. I believe this right here. What is this? That's the screen. Okay. So we're going to do blank new. There we go. It was saved in the scene file. Yeah, okay. I guess we'll take a look at that after. Okay, now what do we have here? We have a material that is missing. Okay. Let me just post a quick note. Okay. This is for Antoine. He's the one that needs to send over the textures for this. In the meantime, I need to get this to actually work. So we know it's material number 1. Okay. We know that the terminal viewport is a thing. It exists right here. And we have the terminal UI inside. Okay. Now we need to populate the terminal texture. We do so when we interact with the object right here. Set shader parameter UI viewport. Let's run this real quick. I don't really know if anyone had successfully restored the animations. Oh boy. Okay, we crashed already. Invalid get index emission energy multiplier. Right. That's the wall terminal, because we removed the material that was there. As a matter of fact, hold on a second. It's not supposed to complain about this. Not unless we're interacting with the terminal. Yeah. I think we can use this as a marker. We have an exit function, and it makes player node become null. So here, we check if it's not null, and only then attempt to set the glow effect. Beautiful. And we crashed. Whoa. It just applied the material over the whole computer. Which doesn't make sense. Serial index 1. Emission energy multiplier and base shader material. Well, that's actually curious. I don't think we're using just emission energy multiplier here. This is something else, isn't it? This is the light. Yeah, this is just the light source. Okay. So what the hell is the light source attached to? Okay, it's the third one. So that's 4. In that case, we can ignore this. Well, okay, this doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm just going to comment this out for a sec. This radio console, which we are appearing mighty short here. So much broken stuff. Okay, so it's still applying the material onto the wrong texture. Let's see. Screen material index. What is this set to? Wall terminal PC. Screen material index is... number 1. Okay. Set it to number 1. Would be nice if all materials had the same numbering across all of the terminals, but something we just have to deal with. Let's go to radio relay station. Okay, so at least the texture isn't pure black. Nice. Okay. So we got the shader working. It's even looking a little bit better too. But we don't have the menus appearing. So that's... Well, that's the next step. That's this thing. I'm just going to enable this so we can have something on the screen. And let's see if we have any errors. Okay, we have tween, radio relay, world terminal PC, started with no tweeners. Huh. No line of code. Terminal PC. Oh, that's because I had a piece of code that I put right up here. I had created a tween thinking, oh yeah, let's just pre-make one and just have it sit here. But nope. That's not a thing that you can do. And we have this exit function call to be able to exit the, yeah, not cam transition tween is running. So it doesn't know what the heck this is. So it has to be declared, but it just has to contain null. Comms room, cubes, these things are vanishing. That's fine. Damn. Damn indeed. It's a lot of stuff to deal with. So the sounds aren't playing. Okay, so... Right. No menu. Why is there no menu? It's not easily fixable by editing the animation data. Yup. Because it's not, yeah, it's stupid, man. I'm not sure what's so difficult. Loop through the keyframes, you know, create a new keyframe and the new one. Take their time and their value and their handles, and then you're done. It's not rocket science. Especially if you're a, engine developer. The edit animation libraries, yeah. You can't edit the animation library file. It comes up as gobbledygook. Okay, so why can't we see the terminal? So there's a UI viewport right here. This is how we retrieve. Right there. This is how we retrieve the viewport texture. We get the texture from here. Okay, terminal viewport. Let's see if anything changed here. Why do I gotta click like 20 times for it to open the documentation? Is that even a class? It is not. What the shit? Wait. Oh, that ported it incorrectly. God damn it. Son of a... Man, it just created... It just referenced the class here instead of talking specifically to the terminal. Okay. Terminal UI, it's a sub-viewport. Okay, well, what's the constant that was given to us? Terminal viewport. Which was correct, wasn't it? Yeah, it was correct. Hmm. I tried already. I tried saving the resource, the TRES file, or the res file with the animations, and opening it up here, and it complained that it's incompatible format. So, been there, done that. Okay, is this actually getting the correct thing, though? Let's double check here. If player is null, which means we are interacting with the terminal UI viewport, let me print S. Let's try it. Let's see what it says. Because it's not an animation lib, but you could transform it into animation lib. Like change the extension? Or I wouldn't think that was the way. Like how do you transform it? By messing with the data inside. You can't mess with the data inside. I tried opening the library. Or I guess you're talking about the res file. Maybe. But I'd have to convert it to whatever magical resource the animation library is supposed to be. It's fine, man. I'm just, Godot should be doing that automatically anyways. So it's gonna take me way too long to figure it out. I'll just reanimate it. Okay, so why can't we see the viewport? Sub viewport, is that a thing? Did it like use the wrong resource? Nope, just sub viewport. Abstract base class for viewports. Right. Hmm. Sub viewport is a viewport that isn't a window. It doesn't draw anything by itself. To display anything, sub viewport must have a non-zero size and be either put inside of a sub viewport container or assigned to a viewport texture. Okay. Now, in Godot 3, I had this problem where I had created a texture separately and I assigned the viewport to that texture. But I think maybe in Godot 4, oh yeah, and it didn't work in Godot 3 because the viewport had its own dedicated function called get viewport texture or something like that. So instead of creating a new viewport resource, you had to create one by calling a function on the viewport from whom you wanted to get the viewport texture. But I feel like in this one, that might actually be the reverse. It might be what I originally was trying to do. So I have to create like a viewport. Yeah, like right here. Viewport get texture. Unless that is still the case. And it's just in the base class. It doesn't complain about it when I run it. Yep, get texture gives me a viewport texture. Returns the viewport's texture. Note, when trying to store the current texture in the file, it might be completely black or outdated if used too early, especially when used node ready. To make sure the texture is correct, you can wait frame post draw signal. Okay, so this is not what I need. Let me try this. So instead of this, set surface material, screen material, that's good. And then UI viewport that is a parameter of the terminal right here. So if we go here, shader parameters. Oh boy. How the hell is it displaying the stuff that was already there if all of these parameters are empty? And what's with the names? There's a viewport texture here already. Terminal UI. Texture. Okay. Hold on. Oh, wow. This entire shader is fucked. Oh, it's been decimated. My beautiful screen shader. Motherfuckers. Man, I don't want to be a bitch. But goddamn is this porting process making me like everything is shagged. All the texture references, none of these names make sense. UI viewport is the only one that does. Criminy. Okay. Well, what is this? This is blank. Hold on a second. That's the blank one. Can I load the other one? Quick load. Terminal screen shader. Oh, please. Well, what's... Okay, I think most of the textures were in the shader here. Oh, thank God. Okay. Everything is here. We're all good. It's all with the pain. I mean, you would think that they'd focus on the pain points, you know? You have animations? Yeah, we'll get the, the frames for you. Don't worry about it. Okay, cool. So this is still here. And it has a property, right? Shader parameter, UI viewport, right here. It is empty. Now, let's try this. If I take a viewport container, no, that's gonna break the game. Let's just figure it out here. So, go back to the terminal PC. Let's do new or viewport texture. No, that's not it. Hold on a second. I think I might have called it. I might have called my constant. Or is it terminal viewport? Okay, that's not it. I thought I gave it the same name as the built-in class. So viewport texture.new VP viewport VPT viewport texture. Okay, I'm gonna comment this out, and then UI viewport. We're gonna set it here, and then now in the viewport texture, we need to set viewport path, and it wants a node path to the viewport. Okay, and then that is terminal viewport that get path. Alrighty. See if it works. Nope. Big fat nothing. Okay. Let me try this. Let me try running it and setting the property manually. Okay. Relay station. So, we access, and then remote, level. Okay, where's the radio relay? Open it up. Oh. Come on now. Wall terminal. And then inside, terminal PC. And then, whoop. Okay. The sounds have stopped, but that's because technically the power ran out. Okay, I'd like to not have to deal with this. So, if I go here, give it a new viewport texture. Oh. Saved as a file. What? Okay. Can't create a viewport on resource saved as a file. Resource needs to belong to a scene. Ah, right, because viewport... Wait. Can't create a viewport texture on resource saved as a file. That's this one, the material. It is set to local to scene. Okay, is it the shader? Okay. Viewport. Nope. Well. That's just lovely. Hmm. Why, oh why? Terminal viewport, sub viewport. It did get the sub viewport. So maybe the sub viewport is not configured correctly. Okay, so I'm still convinced that it's not this. I'm still convinced, excuse me, that it's this, but let me try this. Let's do viewport container, or sub viewport container. Woo. And let's get terminal viewport. Pop it inside here. It is rendering. It is rendering. Do I have to give it its own world? No. Maybe it's got to be updated. Updated constantly. Clear mode always. Update mode always. That might be it. I'm not sure why I spawned looking down. Okay, well, that wasn't it. Hmm. Okay, I think it's because this is not the right terminal UI. Let's try this one. Well, I didn't have to pick it up. Man. Okay. Hmm. Let me double check if the error number changes when we engage the terminal. So maybe it's trying to tell me something. I ain't paying attention. Okay, so it's 12:18. Nope. Same number. Hmm. Do I have to have a camera? That would make sense. Unknown height map 12. Okay, is it because... Whew, I need to switch. Let me double check this. Identical function set camera transform on base null instance on a null instance. And it's constantly complaining about it. Whoo boy. That's lovely. Okay. Replacing the old resource by an animation library resource. It's basically the same. You managed to fix the Godot 3 animation file in Godot 4 by replacing the old resource by an animation library resource. I am not following. You just need to make sure the properties you're animating are changed for Godot 4. Right, but it... Okay. Here is the relay. Okay, so radio relay animation to res. Here's the file. This is the file. This is what I've extracted from the Godot 3 version. This is what we're looking at. Translation equals position. Okay. Most of my animations, however, are in rotation. When are you going to get the Rococo suit? I don't know. Before I get the Rococo suit, I should get good at animating normally. Rococo isn't really a substitute. If you're a shit animator, you're just going to be a shit animator with the mocap suit. You can compare the T-res and the scene in Godot. Right, so it's got to be a T-res in the scene. All right, well, here's the problem. Most of my animations with this radio tower was done using rotation in degrees. I can't just rename it to rotation in radians and like, oh, this is gonna work right away. You know, it's two different coordinate types. So it seems like it's fucked either way. Oh well. That's fine. Whatever. I got other problems to deal with. Let's open this up. Okay. Is it still going to complain? Create tween. Tweens can't be created directly. Yep. My god, man, that's a lot of errors. Okay, what is this? What is this node here? Door lock. Error calling deferred method. Door lock, lock, method not found. Ah, that's the export. God dang it. Okay. Is the terrain going to complain? Hopefully not. Okay. Nope, it is. Attempt to call a function set camera transformer based on null instance on a null instance. That seems like a plugin issue. 1 second. Let's see. It says height map terrain 172. And then here (172). Well, that's a bug report. Okay. Let's focus on... Shit, there's so much. There is so much. Yeah, let's get the terminal thing fixed. That's enough. Enough distractions. I'm gonna make it not reset the material. So ready, the blank one. Don't need to set it. Let's keep it here. Okay. And you know what? I'm gonna position the player next to the tower as well. Interesting. Hmm. You got anything for distance gem? Nah, man. As I said, like I'm gonna, join for the numbers, but I can't just be joining any gem anybody asks me to. I got stuff to do. Once I get around to doing a game jam, it's, I gotta feel it. Okay. So, let's do a test. So I'm gonna go here, into the terminal. I'm gonna give it its own viewport. And then into it, let's give it a color rect. It's gonna have a size. And then let's just make it like red. And then here, let's get the viewport. Oh, right. Well, it is local. Can't create a viewport. Oh, it's gotta be not just local. Yo, man, it's gotta be unique. That might present a problem. Can't create a viewport because the resource isn't set. So not only does it need to be unique, it also needs to be local. What? Okay, we're probably gonna have to do like a duplication. Sub viewport. Tried mentally and then gave up and now started a completely different idea. Just to make game for friends. Yeah. I mean, that works. Okay. So, it's here. It's definitely here. It's not displaying anything, but it is definitely here. We're just gonna set it to always update. Okay, it is red. That's good. I don't know why this thing doesn't get updated, but maybe it's an issue with a shader. You know what? It could very well be. Where? Here. Here's the viewport. Ah, look at that. That's right. The viewport texture isn't just a texture anymore. It is whatever the hell this node is, and it gives us a sampler. We need to give it a we need to get a texture node. Let's see. Where is it? It's not a variable, unless it is. Nope, that's texture 2D parameter. Yeah, what do we use? Texture 2D. It's this thing. Gimme. And then sampler goes in here. And then output. And then this has to be sampler port. Yes. That works. Beautiful. So now that that's here, I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to go back here, get rid of this, Actually, I'm just gonna outright load. Let's see if the shader gets messed up. Quick load. Terminal. Terminal screen shader. Okay, shader's unpopulated, but it looks like the visual shader is still the same. Cool. Well, all right. Go back to the terminal. Leave that there. Let's see. How far are you in the porting? Well, we can run and walk. Our height is a little messed up. All the materials are shagged, and right now I'm trying to fix the terminal to make sure that that works. Okay, so it's not gonna actually work until I interact with it. Please, 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 please. Thank you. Oh, thank you. It's upside down, but that's okay. We have something to work with. Holy crap, holy. Okay, that works. Now. I think we can take this camera destination. What was the plugin? The camera preview. Little camera preview? Show picture-in-picture preview? Yes, that's the one. Okay. Little camera preview. Oh boy. Okay. So click on the camera. Okay. Can we lock it? Yes, we can. Nice. And then we could take camera destination, position it like this, and then we can see what the heck's happening. Beautiful. All right. Progress. We made a little bit of progress. Okay. Do we have a flip? No flip. Override stretch. There's no flip. We used to have a flip in 2D. In Godot 3. Canvas item. Scaling. I don't know if we have flip anymore. Probably not. All right. Fair enough. We'll handle it in the shader. Take the terminal. Take this. All right. Let's... Oh, come on. Take the UVs. And then we're gonna... I think we do what? Multiply? So 1 on the x-axis, -1 on the y, and then this doesn't really matter. Technically, it's a vector 2 value. And then feed the UVs. So now it should be using flipped UVs. If that doesn't work, we'll probably have to do like a 1- type thing. I gotta say, I am... At least the prospect of this game running as smooth as it does right now is... nice. Okay. It works. The theme is screwed up as well. But at least it works somehow. Let's get back in here. We don't need the test placeholder dev stuff. Actually, we do, because I need to adjust the theme here. All right, button. It kind of makes sense that the font would be destroyed because, well, the font size has now been exported from the font resource, and it's a part of the actual node. I want normal font. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well. Hello? Well, thank you. All right. So the confirm command, the font needs to be fixed. The confirm command needs to be changed, adjusted. It's got scrolling. Okay. So let's go here. Font file. Okay, yep. Go rich text label. Okay. We got the note text command result. Fit content, don't scroll. Little by little, we are regaining control. That's cool and all. Okay, that works. The font color is supposed to be black. At least on the button. Was it hover? Press? What the heck? Hover pressed. Font hover color. Okay. Font pressed color. This is actually not correct. So we've got Okay, so it's whichever one we have the blue or the green outline on. So we go here. Okay, so this is normal. Pressed, hovered. So it's focused and pressed. Focused and pressed. So we'll go here. compressed. And then focused, which is also black. Font focus, what the heck? Font color focus and font focus color. What? Hey, there we go. That's the one. What is this? Ah, yes, you need font color focus, but also don't forget the font focus color. Also, just in case, set the focus font color, and then just in case, color focus font. It's always the last one that gets you. Okay. Dish serving. Or something. I can't read that. Relay tower offline. Okay, right. So we do have an issue. Oh, alignment operation out. So we just clicked on that. Is running. Non-existent function is running. Oh, this was for exiting the oh god. Yeah, right here. This is for exiting the terminal. And this is curious. So we have this guy. We create... Oh, this was a local variable. Maybe that's why. So, before I say anything, let's just double check if that's the issue. I had a local variable and I was storing the tween into it, so obviously I couldn't check if the tween exists down at the bottom. Yeah. Okay. Also, the sound effects for this box don't work. Okay. Yes. Okay, there we go. Now, sound effects for the box. Let me double check that real quick. So this is fuse, power fuse box. Okay, we have the animation. And we have the open. Aha, so it's trying to run the function called play close sound here. But there is no such function. Curious that it doesn't fail. There is a function here. Play open sound, play close sound. Okay. So this has to be... There we go. Just by changing the path. I think that should work. So single dot is top of the hierarchy. I think that should do it. Hold on a sec. It still doesn't play it. Okay. Oh, that's top of the hierarchy here. Okay, you know what? Fine. Trash this. Add a method called track. Top node. Oh, it's just dot dot forward slash dot dot forward slash dot dot. Sure. Whatever gets you there. Okay, so play, which animation is this? Open. So play open sound. You go here. The sound is a bit longer than the animation. Close. Dot dot forward slash dot dot forward slash dot. A. Okay. Mm, okay. I'm gonna see about making a copy of that shader. So that we still get to keep the dirt. Oh yeah, by the way. I'm testing this. Nice. Except that doesn't work. The close animation doesn't work. The sound. Oh, because it went. Okay. Power fuse box. I think that's it. You know, if I'm doing painting and sculpting practice in the evening, I gotta find another time to do like chords and piano training. Nice. Okay. It doesn't quite match up. I think it needs to be a little shorter. I think maybe morning could be used for chord training. It's only like an hour. An hour playing the same old chord over and over and over again. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Cool. Now this is supposed to be blank. Okay. Now, to make this work, I'm gonna probably need to make a copy. Let's copy it. And let's load. Quick load. Terminal screen blank. Not the one. Blank new. Yes. I'm gonna paste the shader in here. There's no viewport. No texture here. We're gonna make it unique. Okay. Save it. Okay. And this is visual shaders. Screen distortion. That's not quite right. This would be terminal blank. Visual shader. All right, so we don't need the viewport here. All right, so that right away can go away. All right. We don't need the scan lines. Yes. I think that's basically it. That's all that we need to get rid of. What do we have here? Overlay. Screen. Yes. We have a bunch of stuff here that we don't need. Actually, yeah. We have everything here that we don't need. There's no albedo. There's no emission. So we just do that. Get the color constant. Fitted both here. Technically, emission needs to be just disabled outright. Okay, well, that's very sensitive value. Yeah, okay. Cool. So that means we don't need any of this. Don't need any of that. As a matter of fact, we don't need any of this then. It's not even connected. Okay. I'm just hoping that this is not affecting the other shader. That would be disastrous. Hold on a second. Just give me one moment. Custom materials, terminal, screen shader, and then, whew, okay, we're good. We're in the clear. We're perfectly fine. Everything's hunky-dory. Okay. Okay, so that's looking good. The reflection is kind of extreme. Okay. We'll make it maybe turn on after a while. I'm kind of curious. There is a bit of a jerk. Is it because the FOV doesn't match? Let's see here. Camera FOV 75. And in the player, 75 as well. Okay. Well, that doesn't make a lot of sense. If we take a look at the terminal, when we interact with it, materials are set. Cam start transform. Talk to the player. Rotation camera, Bob wiggle camera 3D, which I think is correct. Rotation helper. Bob wiggle camera 3D. Yes. Global transform. Transition scalar is what we're transforming. We take our camera. Oh, actually, we take the camera pivot. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe it's because in the terminal, the camera has been moved and slightly offset and rotated. That's why it's all messed up. Okay, can we just do this? Camera 3D. Do not touch you. Okay. I think somebody has been moving this node when they're not supposed to be moving this node. Camera 3D. Okay. Seven mentions. It's just this one. Antoine in the comments. Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. Okay. So, now that we have that, the camera is perfectly reset. We do not touch the camera. Reset 0, translation 0. Now we take the camera destination. I'm just gonna pin this camera destination node and line it up to where the camera's supposed to line up when we're fully zoomed in. Antoine's like a little kid who takes a screwdriver and then carves out all sorts of little drawings and happy family stickmen on the dad's car. And he's like, "Is it pretty? I made it pretty, Daddy. Do you like it? It's so good." It's fine. Now you know. We're preparing your items to ship. Steam says about my index. Nice. Nice. Okay, what's this? This is not nice. Rotation degrees on base null instance. Yes, I know. It is this node right here. Oh, right, because, okay. Terminal. Antoine, did you by any chance send the materials or the textures for this old terminal? I gotta go through the other terminals now and do the same thing. Do not touch. Terminal. And then this one. Not at home. Got it. Sounds good, man. Whenever you get a chance. So, not pressing at the moment. But the ugly poop old terminal. Dude, that terminal looks perfectly fine. The new one looks even better, but that one is too pristine for outside use. We're gonna keep it, we're gonna keep this one outdoors. The new one's gonna be in science and labs and everything, because that's what it looks like. Okay, what the hell am I testing? Okay, there we go. Nice. Perfect. Okay, now, can we switch our attention to what the heck is happening to the distortion thing? We have the little effects layer. Where is it? Here we go, screen effects. So ignore size, stretch mode, scale. Okay, that's animate distortion viewport, dirt noise. Okay. Where's the original screen? Screen. Oh, okay. We have this thing, which is supposed to be perfectly gray, but I don't think it is perfectly gray. No, it is perfectly gray. Interesting. Maybe it's because it's not a float thing. Resident saboteur. Okay. So we still have that issue on the left side. Actually, oh, I think I know what it might be. It's the Godot icon that we're using as the placeholder texture. You can see how the very corner in the top left corner is blurred. Right. Okay. I got it. Hold on. We already have a placeholder texture specifically for this use case scenario. Let's see. Screen effects. Yeah, there you go. The Godot icon. Can we just do a flat color here? No, it's got to be a texture because it has to have UV coordinates. All right. Let's go to textures, utility. Nope, we don't have a placeholder texture. All right. 1024. Actually, no, it's like 512, 512. Cool. And then we're going to take it, export, dread tail. Come on. Engine, textures, utility, black, PNG. Any day now. There we go. And then apply this here. All right, let's take a look at this. I'm pretty sure the size of the texture doesn't matter, so we could do 16 by 16. Save that space on the texture page. Well, I mean, it's not, it's no longer rounded, but it still has the issue. Okay. Let's keep going. It is 0.5, 0.5. We're subtracting it here. Maybe it has to be screen UV instead of just UV. Although that's enemy distortion map. I'm going to see if I can not add that vector 2 value to the screen port. Half a pixel, half a pixel. Oh, sorry. Gotcha. Okay, that's not it. All right, let's see here. So we take the screen, and we don't distort it. Let's see here. Well, I mean, that fixed it. So I think that's the root of the problem. It's that vector UV offset. Okay. Take a look here. Now what is this? This is... I know the order doesn't matter, but I'm still kind of... Hold on. UV? Take the UVs, add to it whatever the heck this is, and that becomes the screen UV. Finish the radio sounds. Ooh. Cole is saying he's just finished the radio sounds, so I think that would actually be a perfect way to maybe stop this stream and take a break and then hop on the call and see what he's got. I'm just going to disconnect this addition and see what that does. Maybe this multiplication is the one that's messing with it. Actually? Oh, nope. Now it's messed up on the right side. So maybe it does have to be screen UVs. Oh, hold on. No, it's because we're adding something here. Okay, so UVs are normal. Cool. And then when we go here, when we add this, that's when it gets messed up. So what do we use here? We have the enemy distortion viewport. The type is color. We could technically use it as data. Okay. We take the color, we subtract 0.5 from all three vectors so that it becomes the middle point. So darker than middle gray, offset to the left, lighter than middle gray, offset to the right. Okay. Now, what if we bypass this? Oh, okay. Right. So by multiplying it by 0.1, we're basically still suffering from the issue, but it's just simply a lot smaller. So, okay. So this right here is supposed to amount to 0. The perfect middle gray color. That's supposed to be 0. Now maybe it's because the shader or the viewport, not the viewport, it's this one right here. Maybe it's because it is not perfectly gray. No, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. And it's also could be because the shader or the viewport is not HDR. HDR 2D? Yes, no, maybe. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. That's confusing if I've ever seen some. So, interesting. So maybe we're working with the wrong color space. What if it's black? What if I just literally go black and then just do this? Technically, we should see the opposite effect, where the top left corner of the screen is messed up. Nope, it's just same. Okay. Okay, so what if we just do this? Hypothetically, if the viewport is black, then it's just 0. Unless our viewport size doesn't match the color rect size. And we also might be experiencing the thing upside down. Oh, almost. Okay, so 1280 by 720. And then here, 1280 by 720. So it's perfect fill. Hmm. Okay, so yeah, so that's because it's not really the resolution of the screen. Our real resolution of the screen is 15. What is this? What are the 16 by 9 resolutions available? 1600 by 900. 1366 by 768. 1366, 768. Okay, and for good measure, we're going to tell this rect to be full rect, which should make it stretch if the resolution of the viewport stretches as well. And that doesn't match. Do we have an override? 1366, 768. Yes. Resizable? No. Although, for testing purposes. So that's probably the UVs. I think that might be the UV coordinates we're using. Let's see. Because if we're using these UVs, then I think it's using the size of this node, which is, yeah. Now I say that confidently, but we need to double check that. Also, some of the UI might actually get messed up now. Because I don't think we've set up anchors yet. Yep. Okay, you know what? That's fine. I gotta take a break anyway, so I'm gonna stop it here. I'm not gonna leave the stream running, because that took like 40 minutes last time. I'm gonna pause it here and then maybe come back later and see what else we can do. Cool. Break time.